All right, here we are, fiction writers. We are about done with our paper. So I just put together a quick little double check for you. I still want you, even though you're writing a story, to use MLA format. So like the video has, you're going to put the last name up in the header with the page number. You're going to have all of your information to the top left corner. That's your name, my name, the course name. You've got a title, center spaced. Everything is a simple double space format. So make sure that you follow regular MLA format. Paragraphs get indented, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so plot. Here's a checklist like, did you create multiple conflicts to build a story? So it's just kind of a yes or no, like yes I did, or no I need to add that before I can mark a yes on this. Climax. Does everything come to a head and then we have resolution? It's a yes or no. If you don't have it, you'll need to add it. Dialogue. People need to talk back and forth using proper punctuation, as in, you've got he said, comma, quotation mark, then the dialogue, then period, then the end quotation mark. So make sure that we've got proper punctuation on dialogue. We've got talking back and forth. And you've got talking back and forth because you've got multiple characters. So I didn't put anything in parentheses on that. That's just kind of a yes. Like you've got more than one person doing the story. This cannot be an I Am Legend type thing. Established setting. You do not have to say, once upon a time in New York City in the 1970s. You don't have to do something like that, although you can if that's your style. You just need to have clues throughout the story that people can figure out when and where approximately, like it doesn't even have to be to the closest decade. If you're setting it in the Middle Ages, like that's fine. Descriptive, vivid language. This is where I want you to have lots of good stuff. I don't want boring language. I want action verbs. I want adjectives. I want you to paint a picture with your words. Make sure you give details so we can visualize what the characters are seeing. We want this to play like a movie in our heads. That's if you're good at that, that's one thing that you should really nail and get a good grade on this paper. All right, grammar is going to count. You guys have the free Grammarly on your Chromebook, so I definitely expect you to run it through there. Make sure that you've got your spell check, which Grammarly will do that too. The other thing is I want you to also run it through this Hemingway editor. And I've got it right here. So it will, like, their little default thing is a grade 6. It's well written. It's short. It's got 2 adverbs. We don't want to go crazy on the adverbs. Here's why. If you're using an adverb, there's probably a stronger verb that you should be using. That's why it flags adverbs. Passive voice, we don't want passive voice. We want the subject to be the one doing the verb. So subject does the predicate or the verb. That's a strong sentence. So it'll flag sentences that are hard to read. You might want to split it up. You might want to word it differently. Very hard to read, make sure you change those very hard to read ones. We don't want anything like that. So anyway, what you do is you just select everything in here, you delete it, you paste in your thing, and it automatically does it just like Grammarly. So that's how Hemingway Editor works. Please use it. In-text citation. This is weird for a story to use it, but we're going to do it because really what we're doing is this is where I really need to see that you can do things. You guys only have to do a minimum of four facts or expert opinion or statistics in your story. When you use the fact, you do need to use the proper in-text citation. And there is a video for that. I made a video. So if you don't know how to do that, make sure you check out that video. Every fact that you use, that way we know that you didn't make it up, needs to be cited correctly. Now, when you cite it in your text, that means you can use it on your works cited page. And again, there's a video for that. So your paper will be shorter than the research paper, or it might be longer depending on how your plot goes, but you have less to do. The other kids have a lot more in-text citation. Their works cited will be longer. Your works cited, you may only have 2 sources on this. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen 3. That way I could double check that you can alphabetize it, because that's a big thing on the works cited page, is that you can alphabetize it. But as long as you've got your works cited formatted correctly, I'm going to call that a win, because school is just kind of weird right now. All right, so that's it. We are in the final downhill thing on our research paper. Our fiction research paper. We're just wrapping stuff up, guys. If you can get these checklists off, then the last week we'll do some peer editing. That means we'll have other people read our paper and double check these things, but for right now I want you to be the one double checking them. Make sure you've got all this by the end of the week, and we are good to go. I'll see you guys later.